Hey there, YouTubers. It is Don from trueCABLE coming back at you yet again. This time we're going to talk about Ethernet cable jacket ratings and what they mean, where it matters. And this has been the source of a great deal of misinformation, confusion, and dare I say, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Well, we're going to be clearing all of that up right now. So you stick around, we'll be right back. All right, well, thank you for sticking around and thanks for tuning into our channel. All right, so cable jacket ratings. First of all, you see a few colors here, actually 3 colors. You see a couple blacks, a blue, and a purple. Does that matter? No, it does not. I mean, it matters for other things like organization purposes, things like that, but it doesn't matter as far as the actual rating of the jacket. So it's totally different, and the rating of the jacket also has nothing to do with performance of the cable in any way, shape, or form. The rating of the jacket has to do with environment that you're installing the cable into. So when you're talking about a cable jacket rating, you're going to see 2 primary regulatory bodies, whether you're in North America or in Asia or Europe. You're going to see UL, which is typically for the United States, and then you're going to see CETL US, which is ETL, and if it's CETL US, that is also going to be equivalent to UL. So same. When you're referring to communications cable, you have a basic starting point for a fire rating, and that's really what it's all about, fire and smoke. So that's what the rating is. That's what it addresses. So CM is your most basic. So CM and CMG are basically equivalent. They mean the same thing. It's communications general. So CM is communications, G is general, and CM and CMG are the same thing. That passes the most basic vertical flame testing. It may not pass it at all. It doesn't have to pass as the next level up, which is riser rated. So that's called CMR, or riser, CMR. And that is for cabling designed to be put into walls, and it's designed to not promote the spread of flame, although if it does burn, it will burn with toxic gases emanating from it. In the case of the next one up, and complication and the amount of tests that you start throwing in here on these cables, they start increasing quite dramatically. So CMP, or plenum, again, communications plenum, stands for cable that you would put into an area where you're above standing on a raised floor, or perhaps above a drop ceiling that's carrying air handling in a multi-story building, for example. Don't guess as to where your plenum areas are. You should already know. If the building manager doesn't know, your code inspector can answer that question for you, but don't guess on that one, because if you make that mistake, you'll be pulling it all right back out and having to replace it. But that aside, so communications plenum is designed to resist fire, and is also designed that if it does happen to start burning, it will smolder, and the amount of toxicity it puts off into the air is significantly reduced. The idea there is that if you're moving air around your multi-story building and you end up having a cable or a fire, hopefully not, but if you do, and that fire occurs like perhaps in a server room on the first floor, and all of a sudden you've got cable that lights up on fire, if it's toxic cable, in other words, it's got a riser rated jacket or something else, CMX, for example, then that smoke, which is toxic, is now going to go all the way around your building, and it's going to potentially cause death or permanent injury to building occupants. So these particular fire ratings were developed, and I'm going to be crass and just be direct about it. These fire ratings were developed with bodies and blood. That's how these fire ratings came about. And there's been some very high profile incidents that have occurred that have borne out all of these cable jacket ratings, so to minimize the amount of damage or injury to people. So that's why you have them. Now, there is an outdoor version of cable, and a lot of people, and this is where the uncertainty and confusion can come in, where things have kind of crept in over time is confusion around what's called CMX, okay? So that's communications, and the X actually stands, it is a fire rating, but it's meant for residential, all right? So it does not mean outdoor though. That's something else. That's the actual plastic that the cable's constructed from. So CMX is residential, and it may not be installed in a commercial building. With the exception that if you're running, for example, outdoor cable into a commercial structure, it can go a maximum of 50 feet prior to termination, where it must be transitioned to an indoor cable jacket type of acceptable CM rating, or it has to stop, one way or the other. But 50 feet is your max, and that is by code in most jurisdictions. But to use it willy-nilly in a commercial building, nope, can't do it. Actually, technically speaking, you can't even do it in a residential dwelling either. Now, there are certain cable types out there, for example, outdoor versions of cable that may also be rated CMX, but don't get that confused. So the cable jacket, if it's constructed from what's known as LLDPE, or linear low density polyethylene, that is a cable jacket that would never pass any kind of vertical flame testing, not even the basic CM or CMG. So that is the most durable cable that's meant for outdoor use, interestingly enough. But you can't take that stuff any more than 50 feet into a commercial space, and you shouldn't be using it inside of your house at all. Unless you can go up to 50 feet. You would basically be following the commercial rules. Now, when it comes to CMX rated cable that is using an HDPE jacket, or high density polyethylene, okay, so that's a little less resilient to the outdoor elements, but it can still be used outside. And that particular cable, which happens to be outdoor grade because of the HDPE jacket, but it also happens to have a CMX name on it, means that particular cable, even though it had an outdoor jacket on it, did pass basic CM or CMG vertical flame testing. So it would be acceptable for use in a residential environment. However, CMX may not be used in a commercial environment. So CMX essentially is not allowed to be used in a building unless it's coming in 50 feet, or cable that's not marked at all, called outside plant cable or OSP cable. 50 feet max into a commercial building. In a residence, yeah, you can use it, but again, if it's CMX, it has to be CMX rated. The outdoor cable would have to be CMX rated, and then you can use it in as a residence. But there's a catch. So the reason why you have that carve out is coaxial. So if you have a HDPE jacketed CMX, so it passes a certain level of flame testing, cable for coaxial, you may use that if it's a 1/4 inch or less. Now that applies to Ethernet as well, or copper twisted pair Ethernet, but the carve out was initially introduced to address coaxial because a lot of times your cabling company would want to bring cabling out from outside in and not transition the jacket. So they compromised, they came up with a jacket that worked HDPE as opposed to the LLDPE, and then they got a CMX rating on it, and now as long as it's a 1/4 inch or thinner, now you can go ahead and use it anywhere you want in your residential structure. That's the only carve out that you've got though. But that applies to single and duplex dwellings only, so there is a little bit of a catch there. The discussion around cable jackets, just kind of summarizing all of this because I just threw a lot of information at you. You're starting at the most basic of the basics, which is for commercial use, you can use inside the structure itself, CM, CMG, but only in open air trays or open rooms. CMR in between walls or basically just not, as long as you're not using it in the plenum space. Plenum rated cable you can use anywhere. You can use it, I mean, I wouldn't put it outside. No, there's no law telling you can't. But plenum rated cable you can use anywhere because it can go into the plenum space, which is the most sensitive part of a commercial structure. In the case of residential, you can use any of the commercial cable jackets, no problem, go right for it. If you're using an outside plant cable, which is not marked, it doesn't have a UL rating, it doesn't have a CMX, doesn't have a CM or anything, it's using an LLDPE jacket, okay, now you can go 50 feet, that's it, and that's even in a residence. If you've got outdoor cable that's using HDPE, and is using actually has a CMX fire rating on it, okay. As long as it's less than a 1/4 inch and you're in a single or duplex dwelling, you may go ahead and use it as you see fit inside of your structure. So I hope that clears up all of the uncertainty and questions. Now, of course, you probably have some additional questions. So please, in the comments, ask those questions. We don't want people to get this wrong because, again, lives are at stake, property is at stake, and people have made mistakes by putting in the wrong cable and lost their occupancy permit or not permitted to move into a building because of that. In serious cases, criminal charges get filed. People get sued. This is not something that you want to get wrong, so if you have a question, don't guess. Ask us, and if we can't answer the question, we will direct you to probably the right individual in your area that can. So it's a serious matter. We wanted to clear everything up so that everybody understands what's going on with cable jacket ratings and why they matter and what they're used for. So with that, I'm going to say subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell to get more critical videos like this. Give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down as you see fit. And with that, I'm going to say you have a great day. Happy networking.
Looking for some more low voltage action? Check out our website below. We have our Cable Academy. We got some awesome videos to check out too. Stay tuned for some more.